my Libra collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your 8-card draw. What do we need? Shadow read for this new moon, full moon in Gemini to new moon in Capricorn, December 2022. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, 24 and a half years at the time of this recording. Very happy about that. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version of it. There is a link in the description box if you would like to preview it for free, and I'm really happy about that. You know what else I'm really happy about? I'm a creator on Patreon. I say it in every video because I've been on it for a year, and it's been magnificent. A really wonderful subscription, members-only platform for the creative types. I'm a mystical artist, a spiritual teacher, a healer, a reader, blah, blah, blah. And it's so much fun over there. I love my subscribers. All of my subscribers get to see me every morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link, chatting with me, talking about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, ending with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little meditation to send us on our way. It is the favorite way to start my day, and even though it rhymes, I truly mean that. All of my subscribers also get all the extended reads. Part 1 on YouTube. There's a part 2 on Vimeo if you want to pay-per-view, have at it. But all of my subscribers from the 1 all the way through 8, we got 8 of them, 8 levels of subscription at the time of this recording. They all get the extended readings, past, present, future, as long as they subscribe. And our first level is called Seeker. It's $3 a month USD, and you get the morning check-ins and the extended readings, and above that, just the benefits just get bigger and bigger, ending with God Goddess as a tier, level number 8. That get everything. I love it so much. Go check it out. It's the best career move I ever made as a creative person, let alone a mystical artist. So if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo, Lyons at my Libras. Just call Mal. Bam. Hi. Hello, my lovely scales and cross watchers. Let's get down to business. It is a shadow read. So if you are new to the channel, an 8-card draw shadow read means we're pulling one card from 8 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. The shadow work perhaps indicated in a waning moon from full to new, December 2022. Let's have a look-see-duck-see. Full moon in Gemini, Wednesday, December 7th. Just a full moon in Gemini on a Wednesday. That's a double Mercury energy. Wednesday is the day of Mercury. Mercredi, mon ami. As well as Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So very powerful full moon. When the moon rides at her peak, then ye heart's desire seek. But with that kind of Gemini stuff, it's probably going to be chatty, I'm thinking. Then we have the 2 weeks following, right? The waning of the moon. Boop, 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 boop. The shrinking, the releasing. The alchemy. I prefer the language of spiritual alchemy. The transformation from lead to gold. 3 atoms on the periodic table to go from lead to gold. You let them go, you release them, you wane them. I think you see the symbolism there. And we got cards on the table to help you even do that. So in the 2-week period, on the 21st is Yule, winter solstice, the first day of Capricorn, which is powerful, right? Is the beginning of winter. Winter solstice here in the Northern Hemisphere. High holy day for me. And then a couple of days later, on the 23rd, not only is it the new moon in Capricorn, Friday, December 23rd, 5:17 a.m. By the way, I didn't say it, the full moon, Wednesday, December 7th, 11:08 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. To the new moon in Capricorn, Friday, December 23, 5:17 a.m. Eastern Time, obviously, so you can wake up in that vibe. But the same day, Christmas Eve, the 23rd, Chiron, the wounded healer, goes direct in Aries. That could be very tricky because the 3 days before new moon is dark moon. It'll be in Sagittarius, so it could be a little inner childy. So yeah, start the shadow work a little early, save time. So that being said, it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs, because your sun sign might be waning one thing, your moon another, or you might get 4 different points of view on releasing the same thing, thematically speaking. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the best that I can to get you the clarity, guidance, and grace to help you shift from lead to gold, not just taking you with you, but everyone that you love in your life with you as well, quantum jumping, whatever you want to call it, and the world as well. And cross-watchers, if you apply this information to yourself, you'll have a deeper understanding, perhaps some compassion for what the Libra you're cross-watching for might be going through. But if you actually do what's indicated here for yourself, you will wane, you will release, you will alchemize, which will help the Libra and Libras. You just doing this yourself, you're helping the whole Libra collective. It's how it works. Holographic unity, blah, blah, blah. Let's get down to business. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, because the shift from explanation to divination on this channel comes in the still point. Breathe. Still point. Plugged in. Here we go. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. For the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, beloved pantheons of the divine, what is the dominant 8th chakra archetype? Using archetype cards, the patterns, the soul pattern, they are alchemizing from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, hovering over their head for reason, season, or a lifetime. Really, a soul power that they are contracted to do this for their well-being, for the well-being of all concerned. This full to new December 2022. The gossip, oh gee, an air sign kind of vibe. The 9 different families, groupings of archetypes. The gossip is in the creative family of archetype, along with artist and all those other yummy ones. The shadow attribute indicated on the card here, it's written here, is the lead, symbolically speaking. The light attribute, the gold. 3 atoms in between. We will ask Lord Ganesh, Hindu god of prosperity, abundance, remover of obstacles, the elephant-headed god, to help remove those. But remember, as you do this within yourself, even as a cross-watcher, because this one's important, particularly in a relationship of any kind, you will be help healing this for the planet. So let's look at the lead. Do you see this lead? People thriving on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Yeah, since high school I've been seeing it, probably even sooner, right? Come on, that's historic. It's been on the planet like forever, gossip. The light attribute you're shooting for awakens consideration for the feelings of others and honoring trust. Now here's the key. Definitely verbal, right? So gossip, well, and this kind of verbal too, I suppose, right? But your cardinal air, Libras, creative air, so you can create or destroy with that information, right? So are you willing to betray confidence? It's happened to all of us, and everybody gossips. Like I said, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, but I doubt this is about TMZ, right? I doubt this is about, celebrity gossip that you would be dealing with this kind of stuff, because that just comes with show business and the entertainment industry, and a lot of it is absolutely manufactured and false, but nonetheless, it gets the job done, whatever that job may be. But whether you are the giver or the receiver of gossip, this can be a very powerful thing, because in its light aspect, the golden gossip, they make the best people, they make the best confessors, because they're not going to break that bond of trust, right? They're going to honor that trust, and so they become a safe space, and people just naturally open to them and spill their guts. I don't like gossip in general. I used to have fun with it, but it bites you in the ass. So not worth it at all, right? A lot of damage can be done that way, destructively. But imagine the safe space you could create, whether it's yours or somebody, or you're dealing with a gossip, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So the next 4 chakras down, we're going to get a Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist deck, a goddess deck because it's feminine energy, internal energy, the yin dynamic, spiritual power, mental power, willpower, and emotional power. And this is where the shadow work begins. At least in the 3rd chakra, you have free will to alchemize this or not. But would you delay what cannot be prevented? How many times do you want to have to keep repeating the lesson or coming back to planet Earth just for this? Please take a nice deep breath. Stakes, choices, still point. And so here we go. As I call upon my goddesses of air, the sign of Libra, powers of the East, beloved goddesses of cardinal air, 1 card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video and receiving this reading. What's going on? Heart, third eye crown, inside, yin side, spiritual, mental, will, and emotional power that they need to be aware of. It is a what do I need read to help them alchemize that gossip in the 8th, this full to new December 2022. Well, the 4 of Flames, minor arcana, the 4 of Wands here has a keyword, these do, written on it called conflict, very throat, chakra, element of fire, right? And I like the 4 of Wands, you know, Rider-Waite version. Oh, it's a party, it's a wedding, right? The engagement card. Not this time. This is definitely, there are 3 speeds to the throat chakra. Spit, swallow, and chew, right? Spit it out, right? 2 archers pointing at each other, right? But with 1 dragon fueling the fire. Do you catch the gossip vibe there? Maybe a little, right? Conflict. Part of you wants to, part of you doesn't, right? Creative conflict which can become destructive. A way of releasing that could be very, very destructive. So this is chew. Right now, you don't got to spit it out. You don't got to swallow it, but do chew on it. That jagged little peel feels so good swimming in your stomach. Lannis Moist Towelette. Look, there's a conflict here. The word here is conflict. So is this an ethical conflict? Is there conflicting information? Are you hearing one piece of gossip from one person and the exact opposite or something different from, you know what I'm saying, from another? This is interesting, but for a creative air sign, cardinal air, I'm sure you deal with this on the regular. I do. That's why I take vows of confidentiality. I do not break those things. I have even said to people, do you swear by the gods that made you to keep the conversation we are about to have in total confidentiality until you cross? And if they say yes, we talk. That's not everybody, but you know. Boundaries, choices, consequences. Let's get the lower 3 chakras, the masculine energy with the mythic tarot. Lower 3 chakra dynamics are the yang, the masculine, the external part of it, relationships in the world and the powers therein. Please take a nice deep breath. Right, could be you from the outside looking in at yourself, you from the inside looking out at people, places, and things. Still point. That ocean wave sounds in the back is just the best. As I call upon my gods of air, sign of Libra, powers of the East, please, beloved gods of cardinal air, 1 card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading, what do they need to know? Lower 3 chakras, solar plexus, their honor code, their personal power, their self-image as a noun, their self-esteem as a verb, really important when it comes to the gossip. I'm kind of feeling their 2nd chakra, one-on-one relationship with other people, one-on-one, as well as money, sex, power, creativity. That could be in this too. Who's gossiping to who and about whom? And root chakra, tribal dynamic, when everybody's gossiping about it. Groups, right? Circles of friends, right? Networks, but also dealing with the physical world and the physical body. What's going on here? What do you got from, what do they need to be aware of? Lower 3 chakras. This full to new December 2022. 2 of Wands, your choice. Very 2nd chakra, your choice. You got fire and fire here. This is Jason of Jason and the Argonauts standing outside of Chiron's cave. Now, Chiron goes direct. I'm not kidding. The Wounded Healer. Like I said, Christmas Eve, if you want to look at it that way, right? In Aries, fire. So, look, you have a choice of how you want to do with it, what you want to do with this. I would say certainly if somebody's telling you this like one-on-one, check your second chakra. Are they telling the truth? And it'll go, but it does take practice. First time, like start with something simple. Is my birth name Mark? Second chakra goes, huh? Is my birth name Giancarlo? It says unfortunately no. Right? Start small, test it, work it, because this is a survival intuition thing. You can tell if someone has an ulterior motive, if something just feels off, right? So that might be your conflict. Look at that, right? 4 of Flames, conflict on the inner, 2 of Wands on the outer. A choice, but not necessarily a life-changing decision. Do you pull the trigger on this one? Do you pass this one on? Or do you take it in and chew on it for a while and really sense how much of this is actually true? Right? Telephone, the game of telephone. I guess we should start calling it cell phone, that game. Except with texting, you probably get more, whatever. Let's get you a healing mantra from the Matt Kahn Healing Mantra deck, because cardinal air with a mantra can go pretty far. By the way, I'm Mercury conjunct Venus in Libra, 3rd house, so I am familiar with the power of Libra every single day as a creative artist. Please take a nice deep breath. One of the mystical variety. Still point. Okay, yeah, I call upon the Ascended Masters of Creativity because that covers everything, practically creating reality, creating whatever. But in this case, dealing with the gossip archetype, please, beloved Ascended Masters, gossip has been a problem on this planet since probably we started languaging things, right? Please, what's the perfect healing mantra for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading to help them alchemize the gossip in the 8th, conflict on the inner, 2 of Wands, a choice on the outer, this full to new December 2022. Invoking self-realization, each breath confirms how awake I already am, and someone just got this. Did Leo get that? Somebody just got this. I don't see where it is, but it's on the thing. This is about breath work. Did Gemini get this? No. Don't see it. Somebody got this one. Why am I not seeing it in front of me? Whatever. But this is a very, very powerful mantra, self-realization, for you to have a realization, to make something real for yourself. I'm gonna read it from the Bookie book, but this is what I call a breathwork mantra. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. I'm going to surrender for splendor. Nope, that's not it either. Just checking. So let me read this one, because I do a good 20 minutes of breath work before each of these videos, just to clear my own field. A little Ho'oponopono, a little Wim Hof breath. Wim Ho. A lot of fun. Definitely gives you the tinglies if you do it right. A little cold shower at some point, and you're just rebooting your immune system in the best way possible, according to Mr. Hoff. Where are we? Inspiring others, integrating invoking self-realization. Shall we breathe this one in? Each breath confirms how awake, that is spiritually awake and conscious, by the way, I already am. Self-realization is a spontaneous remembrance of your interconnection to all that is. Oh, this could put the kibosh on gossip. You are willing to embrace your individuality as a unique expression of source in physical form, which means everybody else is too. So who are you gossiping about? By aligning with breath, you see that while you appear to be a person, it is the universe that breathes everything into existence, including the situation that you're in. It's a lesson. It's an opportunity for you to alchemize something from shadow to light, lead to gold, that you can have ancestral patterns going all the way back to what, cave people? We all do have ancestral patterns. So, look at the card. She's like whispering darkness in her ear. I know you can't tell in the lighting, but that is exactly what that picture is doing. This mantra is ideal for reducing stress, managing pain, and relaxing the nervous system. So that right there, chew on this mantra. Do some breath work, box breath. There are 10,000 apps, it feels like, that can give you a count and a breath pattern to play with while you silently say this to yourself. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. And if you practice that a little bit every day, when this gossip comes around, you will be able to say, how awake do I want to be? Well, oh, really? That's what you heard? No, I don't feel like comment. Something feels off about that, and it's all good. You do you. Right, just being in that present moment. That's great. I mean, literally, element of air here is pretty clear, but that element of fire, it's your choice about whether you want to pass this stuff on, or maybe you have a hot piece of gossip sitting in your throat chakra, right? Spit, swallow, or chew. How much of it is true while you chew, which also rhymes. Anyway, let's see how the party doth turneth with the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. We've got her Whispers of Lord Ganesh on the table as our second to last card down to help remove them atoms, keeping lead rather than gold. And I call it the party turner because this is the romance card is in there, and the true love card, and I mean, there are no womp womps, but you know, all of a sudden you know what you're talking about sometimes. Please take a nice deep breath. Higher selves. Still point. Yeah. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, not just the Libra and the Crosswatcher, but all involved in a gossip situation here. But for the Libra Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Crosswatchers watching this video, receiving this reading, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the Whisper of Love? Piece of information, what they need, the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power from their own higher selves to alchemize this gossip from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace. 4 of flames, conflict on the inner, 2 of wands, choice on the outside, crossroads of a bit, invoking self-realization this full to new December 2022. Choose love. What would love do? You always have a choice as to what you should do. Wow. There it is. Do I have to say this every reading? I really only have 4 skills. 1, I'm the fun one. Number 2, I have cool hair. Number 3, I know what I'm talking about because I've been reading tarot since I'm 12 years old. I'm 54. Yeah, I know I don't look at things. And number 4, the divine puts the right cards in my hand. Work. Look, choose love. It's spitting it out right there so that you don't have to spit this out. Stay. Woke has now become such a treacherous word. Spiritual awakenedness means that you are in the present moment and making the most wise, loving, empowering choices and decisions you can make. But it's a good place to start. What would love do? And it's okay to say, I don't know. Particularly what if that gossip, if not shared, would cause harm to another, right? Tricky. Well, choose love. Take some time. Chew on this chew and choose. Choose to chew. Ow. That hurt a little. So, but invoking self-realization that you're talking about the unity, right? It's like you're infecting the field with something, or passing on an infection, a virus, if you will, verbally, of lead, right? Where you have the ability to honor trust here, and it's all your choice, and that's what love would do. Love would honor trust. I'm just saying, one would think. Hedging my bets. So, look. Let's get you a Divine Animals Oracle, because everybody has spirit animals and totems. The spirit animals are different than totems. Think of all the animals you've had in your life. Each one is an individual spirit animal, right? But the totem of the cat or the dog or the parrot or whatever you have is the soul essence, all of it, all of the spirit energy of feline, canine, etc., avian, blah, blah, blah. So they're there. We might as well ask them for their help, because they can. Please take a nice deep breath. Shadow work is really old, by the way. I used to go out into the woods to do it and dig your grave and stay in it for 3 days. This is easier. Well, simpler. Still point. Yeah, 'cause simple need not imply easy. As I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading, a relatively general reading here, but with some really clear pointers of what to do here with choosing love and invoking self-realization in this place of conflict with the gossip going on here. So please, beloved spirit animals and totems of the animal kingdom pantheon, who walks with them, who swims with them, who crawls with them, who flies with them, helping them do the alchemy of the gossip in the eighth, conflict on the inner, two wands on the outer, invoking self-realization, choosing love. This full to new December 2022. You got the fruit bat. You got the fruit bat, a flying animal, the fruit bat, or the flying fox. Well, you flying fox. I don't think I've heard that since the 70s. The key word is kindness. Wow. Card number what? Card number 12. Kindness. Come on. Right? Because we're all one kind. That's what that invoking self-realization. There's only one of us here. Right? There's only one of us incarnate. One love. Everybody's one heart, one love, Bob Marley, until the gossip starts to fly, or worse. So keep that. Put that in your spliff and smoke it. All right, so here we go. Card number 12. Just going to read you the first part and the last part. Fruit bat / flying fox, kindness. Choose kindness, choose love, choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions. I don't know, like honoring trust and the consideration for the feelings of others. Literally, this is like the same card over and over. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts. Spread the seeds of goodwill, and your fortunes will grow. That's very Libra. It very is social justice, but this is like personal, interpersonal justice. The magic. Fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring seeds are spread. Think of gossip. Seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured. The energy here is one of fertility and plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your workings when you wish to invoke more kindness or fertility. And I think this is a situation where if you do the waning, then planting a seed on that Capricorn new moon for clear boundaries and ethics and things of that nature, this would be a really lovely shadow thing to do, because you don't have to say a word. You don't have to pass this on. And if it's gossip that you've heard about yourself, that makes this harder. But then be kind on yourself. Kindness really needs to start within, with all of those parts that want to gossip and are in the whole shadow spectrum of that. But in terms of shadow work, imagine less false information and toxic gossip on the planet. It would just make the world a better place. It really would. It really would. That's what we're talking about. Shadow to light, lead to gold, toxic to healthy. And it has to start within us, right? How dare we expect gossip to disappear and fake news and all that to disappear from the planet if we're still indulging with it in our own interpersonal relationships or at work or whatever. So let's remove some obstacles with the whispers of Lord Ganesha, as I said, the Hindu, Indian-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. This book is amazing, and the opportunity to do this several times a day is really an honor, because I love Lord Ganesh. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Beloved Lord Ganesh, please, one card in clarity for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help them alchemize the shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy with the gossip archetype in the eighth, four of flames, conflict on the inner, two of wands, choice on the outer, invoking self-realization, which is also their choice, but to choose love, they always have a choice as to what they should do. With kindness, the fruit bat flying in to kind of give them the fertility of options this full to new November 2022. Sustenance. I don't think we've read this one yet. Sustenance. Now, usually you think food. Yeah, and it looks like Ganesh is chowing down there. But let's see what this is about. It's an odd one there. I mean, there's mental sustenance, emotional sustenance, spiritual sustenance, but this looks like a mukbang happening here. A Ganesh mukbang. Card number 7. Weird phrase though. Is that all one word? I think it's 2. God, I hope it's 2, or I hope it's 1. I don't know yet. Card number 7. Relatively short one. Breathe in the Ganesha sustenance. Enjoy the nourishment that life can give you. That's interesting. Again, throat chakra, right? Nourishing, like chewing. You are in a time of abundance where there is more than enough to support and nourish your desires. Ganesha encourages you to appreciate all the blessings, treats, gifts, friendships, and love surrounding you. Oh, gossip at the holidays. Yeah, that could be the turd in the punch bowl, can it? Nourishing your soul can mean finding interesting, exciting, and stimulating ways to experience life. This is a time to learn, grow, and change. It can also mean that refusing to create, experience, and grow can be detrimental to you. Yeah, choosing lead, essentially. Only you can truly know what your soul desires. It is essential to find ways to understand and do something about your needs. This means listening to your inner dreams, hopes, and wishes. On occasion, it may mean acting in ways contrary to what others expect or hope from you. Like to pass on the gossip. That's not going to sustain. It is unsustainable. It is toxic to relationships. And usually comes from the deadly sin of envy in the third eye, the grace of sacred knowledge and the grace of clarity to clean that out. Words of grace from a professional witch. Right. Why do people gossip? Because they're jealous, usually, right? Well, and then there's political, stuff, but, the stuff people usually do, right? It's definitely not a healthy adult, but we all do it, right? And that's why, TMZ and all of that, blessed be, right? To each their own. That's the entertainment industry. But this does feel personal. And for you to choose love, and I could see this now, right? You're in this time of the holidays and you just want, and there's this gossip going around. That's a needle scratch across. For those of you who aren't familiar with vinyl, there used to be these things called records, and they got scratched, and then rap happened, and it made it all better. Wiki scratch, wiki scratch, right? Sustenance. Are you going to blow? Are you going to be in conflict over the holidays, over a piece of gossip? Your choice to do so. Do you spread it on? Is it about you? But don't let it ruin it. This is your time to really move forward in a creative way for you, right? It's like your goals are here. Don't let this get in the way. You have a choice in this, but you might be acting differently than how other people would rather have you. Like particularly family gossip, if you grew up at it. I mean, I sit there and I listen to it. I just don't pass it on, right? It stops with me. In the vault it goes, or I delete it later. Good old Ho'oponopono goes a long way. Let's get the hidden blessing. Within the lead there is gold, as we mentioned here. Hidden blessing that is already in play, but you can't usually see because it's lead, like Superman, right? Can't see through it. That's why we're going to use The Blessed Bee by Lucy Cavendish to get a clue, a tip, a hint of what that gold within the lead is, the hidden blessing, and maybe with that sustenance, it will give us that last little piece of the puzzle. The what to do is here. What this is about still feels very, very general, because sustenance, like it said, it ain't all about food. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Yeah, I'm serious now. As I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons, please, a delegation from all traditions, lineages, and cultures for the Libra Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Signs, and Cross-Watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading, what is the gold within the lead, the hidden blessing, to give them a clue, a tip, a hint, a little hope, a little insight of what it would mean if they just do their best here, bit by bit, to alchemize the gossip, awakening their consideration for the feelings of others and honoring trust, that where there is a conflict, really alchemizing that. That's where it's got to start. Start chewing on this. Help them chew on that with this hidden blessing. Two of Wands, choice on the outside, chew on the inner, choose on the outer, invoking self-realization. Their breath will confirm how awake they are in any given moment. Just breathe and choose love. They always have a choice of what it is that they should do, and no one else is responsible. It's not their fault that this gossip is probably happening, but it is their responsibility about what they want to do about it, and to do it with kindness, and just to call in the fruit bat. Go watch fruit bat videos. They're adorbs, man. And sustenance. This does not feel like food and drink. This feels like soul sustenance. Like what's right for their soul. What lights up their soul. And that's why that might really piss off a lot of people if they want to keep the garbage going on the chat line. So please, what do you got for them, pantheons of all pantheons, this full to new December 2022? Oh my goodness, a blessing of the air for an air sign, all about communication and ideas and all of that. So here's the tea. I'm going to read this from the bookie book, but it is a blessing, so we do them for real if you're new. Take a deep breath. I read what's there. I ask the pantheons to send the coding or whatever, send the vibes through it. After that, the reading's officially done. But if you want to hang around for the last 2 or 3 minutes, I tend to release the collective and the cross-watchers by being goofy. You never know. I never know. But I know what comes next. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. And here we go. Pantheons of the Divine, transmit. A blessing of the air. A blessing to allow the free-flowing movement of inspiration, fresh ideas, purposeful memories, clear thoughts, and true words this day. Beautiful soul, may you be most blessed this day by the element of air. May your thoughts and words be in harmony with each other, and may they be inspired by trust in your ability to understand deeply with the gifts of the mind all that is within you and all that is without you on the outside. May your gift of the mind be clear and open, and may worthy ideas blossom and be expressed with ease and grace in words, words of grace, and actions that are in affinity with the highest of your ideals. Your ideals. Only you can know what your ideals are. May there be knowledge that is enriching, information that is trustworthy, words that are true in your world this day. Let memories that arise be ones which support you in your tasks. Awaken forgotten dreams, and may the qualities of your thoughts match the boundlessness of the sky. May there be freedom and perspective as you move through this cycle of the sun, and may the winds of change blow from your life whatever it is best to liberate yourself from. Let the weightlessness of the air free you from your burdens that hold you from your dreams, and may the very air you breathe be pure and enlivening, awakening you to the limitlessness of your life's possibilities. Choose! May you feel inspired and refreshed, loved and nurtured with every breath in, and with each breath out, release from your mind all that is no longer in alignment with who you are becoming. Let your wings grow and strengthen until you take flight. Let scent and song and soaring freedom be yours, for these are the domains of the element of air, and these are the blessings that are all about you this day. Most of all, may you fill yourself with what is good and true and pure, and may your every breath be blessed. Blessed be for the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. Wow. Wow. Wow, yeah, focus on your breath. Each breath confirms how awake I already am. Am I going to fall into sleep into societal family patterns and all that? No, I'm going to be who I was destined to be in this life and do this alchemy. I love this reading. And if you loved or even liked this reading, hit the thumbs up. It's the only way to shift the algorithm at this point, I'm guessing. So help the other Libras find this, and let's do something a little bit more positive than gossip, right? If you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because in a couple hours I have to find out if I'm serving for jury duty, if I at least got to show up. So I'm doing these in advance in case I have to not be at home working for a few days. And certainly if you want me either way, you get me every morning, come Patreon on Patreon. It's at our first level. Gets the daily check-ins and the extended readings, and it goes, we got Seeker, Human, Hero, Angel, Witch, Immortal, Mystic, God, Goddess. God, Goddess gets everything. Quite a spectrum of stuff in there. Go check it out if you like, and come Patreon on Patreon, particularly for the holidays. I'll give you the best I got. And if you want to book me for a private reading, because clients come first on the schedule, I will juggle for a client. There is a link in the description box. Booking a reading with Mel. Who would have thought? Right, explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking a reading with Mel. But perhaps we're afraid to ask because you are very balanced and usually very fair. And Gossip says he's actually rather good. So click that link. And by all means, aside from all of that, Gossip sucks, right? So hang in there. Do the shadow work. Have at it. Reach out if you need help. I am here to help. I love you. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.